welcome to these annual meetings on behalf of the International Monetary Fund.
A week ago, I referred to John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Our suggestion is that it is not time to be complacent. It's time to take those policy decisions that will actually enable more people and more countries to benefit from that recovery that should be made sustainable. A reference to fixing the roof while the sun is shining. So let me give... I disagree with that point, which you just made, that quote-unquote taxing the rich would be the most efficient way to reduce inequalities. I think the most efficient way to reduce the inequalities would be to actually close the gender gap between men and women. And that is a no-brainer. Whether it's access to the labor market, whether it's access to finance, whether it's the gender gap in terms of compensation, that would achieve a lot in order to reduce inequalities. And that applies across the world. Change, though, is that the recovery is not complete. Given the significant drop in average tax rate in most advanced countries, increasing the higher brackets would not prejudice growth. Now, from that, any policymakers have to decide what they want to do in terms of policy making. But there are countries where clearly reducing excessive inequalities would support growth and more efficient because there is recovery underway. What I've heard repeatedly from all engaged is that the international financial safety net that is so needed has to have the IMF as its center. And, you know, we will continue to play that role, and we will share experience, and we will provide support when and wherever needed and whenever a country asks for it.
Do you think the economic impact would be on Europe if Britain...
I just cannot imagine that that would happen because for the people themselves, what does it mean? The Europeans who are based in the UK, the British who are living and residing in European Union. WTO does not provide for such rules. When I think of the airline industries, the landing rights in various European countries, I mean, there is so much that has been brought together between the continent and the United Kingdom that it really requires a very specific approach that will reduce the uncertainty that is damaging, potential.
Thank you, Madame Lagarde. I'm afraid we have to finish for the day.